So blind buy safe fragrances, right? So this is going to be a cheap, affordable blind buy fragrance list that I recommend for men in 2025. Stay tuned. So guys, if you enjoy fragrance, perfume, cologne related content, make sure you slap that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up at the end, and leave a comment down below some of your best blind buys in the $30 space. But today we're going to talk about some cheap, affordable fragrances around that $20 to $30 space that I recommend as quote unquote blind buys. Now, disclaimer guys, no fragrance is a blind buy, but in my opinion, looking from the outside in, these are pretty safe, mass appealing. Most people like them. I haven't met many people that say they dislike this fragrance. Now, again, this is all subjective. Fragrance is subjective. But in the #1 spot, we're going to go with something different than the norm. And this is from David Beckham for about 20 bucks, and that's True Instinct. Yes, True Instinct by David Beckham. Just a fresh, clean, aromatic fragrance you could pick up for 15-esque dollars. Just kind of smells like a cologne. Very safe, again, aromatic. Not youthful in any manner. It's more of a fougere-esque vibe. If you guys know what a fougere means, it usually uses a ton of aromatics. Maybe there's a touch of vetiver in here. I don't know. But if you're looking for a cologne that's versatile and you could use any day, any situation, this is a must try. For 15 bucks, 20 bucks. And that's David Beckham's First Instinct. Now this next one smells like a Sprite or a 7-Up in a bottle. Citrusy, lemon lime. I think most people like lemon lime. It's not going to be too lemon lime forward, but it's just a safe citrusy fragrance in my opinion. For 25, 30 bucks, you can't beat it. And I'll try and link all these fragrances down below. There's tons of codes to use. Again, you don't have to use the code to watch this video, but in the next spot, By Amir, Vibrant Vetiver Delight. Yes, Vibrant Vetiver Delight. Now, the previous fragrance does definitely lean masculine. This is a perfectly unisex fragrance. What I compare this to, again, kind of a citrus soda in a bottle, just bright, invigorating, and a must-have, must-own for summer if you want a dumb reach fragrance to spray on and just forget about. This is awesome stuff. And blind buy worthy, dare I say? Debatable. But again, that's Amir's Vibrant Vetiver Delight. Now this next one. So Bleu de Chanel gets a ton of hype. Couple reasons. Mass appealing, well-liked, brand image, right? Chanel, Bleu de Chanel. But this kind of takes that Bleu de Chanel DNA and to me adds some more citrus to it. And this is Shiaka Blue by Codlage. Yes, Shiaka Blue, another sub $30, $35 fragrance. Great everyday blue fragrance. Gonna kind of remind you of that Bleu de Chanel DNA, but for a budgeted price, smells amazing, lasts long on my skin, and gets compliments most of the time I wear it. Just, if you're looking for something to buy and please others, I mean, that shouldn't be the basis behind buying a perfume or a fragrance, but this is a must try, must have, in my opinion, for any season. If you want something versatile and only had the budget to buy one fragrance blindly, I'd go with this. And that's Shiaka Blue by Codlage. And let's go with one that I think everybody pretty much likes. And there's always the one-off. Some people might not like the smell of certain notes in this fragrance, or their skin chemistry might not work with this fragrance, but every time I've worn it, I've gotten a compliment. And why I'm putting it in the cheap blind buy list is because retail, this fragrance will run you like $80 to $90. I picked up my bottle for 30 bucks, guys, from discounters like Jomashop and FragranceBuy, linked below. But in the next blind buy spot, I have to go Mont Blanc Explorer. Yes, Mont Blanc Explorer. Think of Creed Aventus without the pineapple. Woody, citrus, fresh, masculine. Dress it up, dress it down. You can wear it in any situation. And again, for sub $30, checks all the boxes. And in the next spot, we have to go Mont Blanc's Explorer. Now this next one, I think it's sub $20 at most discounters. You can find it at your local Burlington, Ross, and it's going to definitely lean masculine, and it's a classic. It's a classic. It's from the early 2000s, and most people rocked this when I was in middle school. I remember having another bottle of this, and it's a violet leaf invigorating, soapy, clean, fresh fragrance. Kind of like you just stepped out of the shower. And that's from Burberry, and that's got to be Burberry's Touch. Yes, Burberry's Touch. Now, the only issue with this fragrance, some people are going to call it old school, old man-esque. To me, very soapy, clean, fresh. If you're just looking for a fragrance to smell clean and get the job done, this is one to pick up for $15. Smells like a $50, $60 fragrance in my opinion, still to this day. You can't beat it. You get 3.4 ounces. Again, this one's going to kind of lean masculine, but if you're looking for something affordable, hence the title of this video, cheap, budget-friendly blind buy fragrances, this makes the list in every list, and that's Burberry Touch for men. Now, in my opinion, this is probably the best affordable mango fragrance sub $30. And I believe I picked this up from my local Burlington, if I'm not mistaken, for like 28-esque dollars. It's going to kind of remind you of Blockade by Mind Games, but with the quality kind of back down a couple notches. But for 28 bucks, gets real close and smells fantastic. And that's got to be Banana Republic's Midnight Hour. Yes, Midnight Hour, Banana Republic, mango, woods. I believe there's a touch of musk in here, just a fantastic fragrance. I'm going to give it a spritz in the air. Kind of will remind you of that Creed Aventus with a juicy, ripe mango at the top, minus the pineapple, even though I kind of get a pineapple-y vibe in this. Great stuff for under $30. Must have, must own if you like mango fragrances. And dare I say this is perfectly unisex? But again, in the next blind buy spot, I've got to go Banana Republic Midnight Hour. Now this next one, blind buy worthy, yes. Kind of will put you in that same headspace as like a YSLY, like a fruity, woody, aromatic fragrance. And again, that gets the popularity because it's pretty blind buy safe. Grab it off the shelf, most people enjoy it, but this one's sub $30 and it's unknown, at least from my experience. I haven't seen many people talk about this one. There's a couple other ones that get talked about, except this one, and that's from the Halloween Man line, and that's Halloween Man Mystery. Yes, Halloween Man Mystery, kind of bits of YSLY DNA with this. Very safe. Now, is longevity going to be great on most of these fragrances? No, but this smells so fantastic in the air. Again, fruity, sweet, aromatic. Just, I don't know why this doesn't get more love. I would not be surprised if this is on the verge of being discontinued because it's so good and does not get the love it deserves. But one of the best from the Halloween Man line, next to X. Again, X, if you want a safe blind buy fragrance, that's kind of a coffee blue-esque cardamom fragrance. I think this is more blind buy safe, and that's from Halloween Man, and that's Halloween Man Mystery. Play it cool. Yes, play it cool, play it safe. I picked this one up from my local Burlington, and this is a quote-unquote celebrity fragrance, but in my opinion, if you like oceanic aquatic fragrances, this is a dumb reach, no-brainer. Pick it up if you see it at the shelf for $20, and that's from Cristiano Ronaldo, and that's CR7 Play It Cool. Yep, CR7 Play It Cool. Just a basic fragrance. When you have so many fragrances, this really isn't going to stand out, but great atomizer for a $20, $25 fragrance. Oceanic will kind of put you in that same clean, soapy headspace as like a Jimmy Choo Aqua or an Invictus Aqua. Just play it cool, play it safe. If you want a safe fragrance to smell great every day, for school, work, anytime, this is one you need to pick up for $20, $25. And again, that's Cristiano Ronaldo's CR7 Play It Cool. Now, speaking of that Invictus Aqua DNA, now I could have thrown Hawas in this video. You can find it sub $30, but too redundant to the content we've been doing now. This will remind you of Hawas, but not with that beast mode projection, longevity, or that fruitiness. Take out that fruitiness in Hawas, and you got this fragrance for sub $25. And that's from Rayhan, and that's Rayhan Pacific. Yep, Rayhan Pacific, probably one of the best blind buy fragrances I've ever recommended on the channel. Fresh, clean, soapy, citrusy, aquatic. Just a great dumb reach fragrance. I think most men like this. Now, I've sampled this out to quite a few people in my friends and family space, and 99, if not 100% of the people like it. Is it anything groundbreaking? Absolutely not. But if you're looking for something $20, $25 to not play that guessing game of whether or not you like it or not, and I'll list a code down below. You can find this from BeautyHouse where I got mine from. Use the code ENTER5. But again, in the next spot, we've got to go Rayhan Pacific. Now, you have to like vanilla to like this fragrance. Slightly spiced, vanilla, bourbon-esque, and people compare this to Spice Bomb Extreme. I'm not the biggest fan of Spice Bomb Extreme. It's too peppery for me. But what this fragrance does is makes that less peppery and makes it at a $20 price point. You can find it basically anywhere. Walmart, sometimes Target, I believe, Walgreens, most fragrance discounters. And that's from the House of Kremo, and that is Spice and Black Vanilla. Yes, Spice and Black Vanilla. Now, I do have 2 bottles of this fragrance, I believe. Let's see if I can find the other one. Yeah, 2 bottles. One has a black top, one has a silver top. Great, great fragrance. For sub $25, $20. Amazing stuff. You're going to get kind of the spiced vanilla bourbon, slight peppery vibe. Now, layer this with the body wash, unbelievable stuff. And for that $20 price point, you do have to like vanilla, that's the catch. But I've even let people smell this who don't like vanilla fragrances and they enjoy it. I don't know if it's the spices in here or what, but if you're looking for something, a year-rounder for sub $20, you got to go with this one from Kremo. And most of their fragrances are fairly safe from the line. Their cypress fragrances, their bergamot fragrances, so on and so on. But in the next spot, it's got to be Spice and Black Vanilla by Kremo. And guys, those are just some blind buy recommendations I'm throwing out to you. But is there anything truly blind buy safe? You tell me in the comments down below. And as always, if you enjoyed today's content, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. It does truly help the YouTube algorithm. And you can go follow me on other social platforms, TikTok, Instagram. But as always, what we say on the channel, stay clean, stay fresh. And as always, the world is yours. We'll talk soon.